Most people think identity is something that forms slowly over time. They believe it comes from evidence, past experiences, achievements, failures, and the opinions of others. In this view, identity is simply the result of what has already happened. But identity rarely begins with evidence. It begins with belief. Every person carries a story in their mind about who they are. Sometimes the story is empowering, sometimes it's limiting. Yet whether your story is helpful or harmful, it slowly becomes the blueprint for your behavior. A person who believes they're disciplined will naturally look for ways to act with discipline. A person who believes they're capable will approach challenges differently than someone who believes they're destined to fail. Over time, these behaviors compound, actions repeat, patterns form. Eventually, the belief becomes identity. The problem is that many people unknowingly adopt beliefs that work against them. Somewhere along the line, they decided they were not good enough, not talented, not confident, or not the type of person who succeeds. These ideas may have started with a single experience, a harsh comment, or a painful failure. But the mind has a strange habit. Once a belief is accepted, it begins searching for proof. Evidence is gathered carefully. Every mistake confirms the belief. Every setback reinforces the story. Even success is often dismissed or minimized because it does not fit the narrative. Slowly, the belief grows stronger until it feels like an unchangeable truth. What began as a thought becomes a personal identity. And identity is powerful. People rarely act outside the boundaries of who they believe they are. This is why so many individuals feel stuck, even when opportunities exist all around them. The limitation is not always ability or circumstance. Often it's the invisible framework of belief that quietly defines what feels possible. Yet the same principle that traps people can also free them. Belief does not require proof to begin. In fact, belief often creates the proof. Consider how many transformations in life begin with nothing more than a decision. Someone decides they are going to become healthier. Someone decides they will become more resilient. Someone decides they're no longer the person they used to be. At first, there may be little evidence to support the new belief. The person may still feel uncertain. They may still carry old habits, but the belief begins shaping new behavior. A small choice here, a different response there. Over time, those choices begin to align with the new identity. The individual who once believed they lacked discipline begins acting like someone who possesses it. The person who doubted their strength begins responding to challenges differently. Slowly, the evidence starts to appear, but it appears after the belief was chosen. Identity begins to shift. This is not about pretending or ignoring reality. It's about recognizing that identity is not fixed. The stories we tell ourselves are not permanent truths. They're interpretations, and interpretations can change. Beliefs are powerful architects. They quietly design the boundaries of a life. If someone believes they're fragile, they will avoid pressure. If they believe they're resilient, they will grow stronger through difficulty. If they believe growth is possible, they will continue moving forward long after others have stopped. Over time, the belief becomes the person. Many people spend years waiting for evidence before allowing themselves to believe in who they could become. They wait for confidence before taking action. They wait for certainty before trusting themselves. But belief rarely follows proof. More often, proof follows belief. Identity, then, is not just something discovered in the past. It's something quietly created in the present. Every belief accepted today becomes part of tomorrow's self. The question is simple, but powerful. What kind of person do you believe you're becoming? Because whatever the answer is, your life will slowly begin to move in that direction. We're in the most connected time in history, yet loneliness has quietly become one of the most common human experiences. Messages are sent and received instantly. Faces are always within reach on screens. Updates, photos, and opinions move faster than ever. And still, many people feel unseen, unheard, and deeply alone. This is the loneliness paradox. We're surrounded by connection, yet starved for closeness. Loneliness today doesn't always look like isolation. Often it exists in full rooms, busy workplaces, active group chats, and long contact lists. It shows up as the feeling that no one truly knows you, that conversations stay on the surface, that you're present but not fully understood. This kind of loneliness can be harder to name because on paper, life appears full. One reason this paradox exists is that connection has become efficient, but not always meaningful. It's easier than ever to communicate, but harder to be vulnerable. Many interactions are built around performance, sharing highlights, staying agreeable, or appearing fine. Over time, people learn to edit themselves. They share what's acceptable, but not what is true. The result is connection without depth. Loneliness also grows when people feel pressure to handle everything alone. Independence is often praised, but emotional self-sufficiency can quietly turn into emotional isolation. Many people carry stress, doubt, grief, or uncertainty without expressing it, believing they should be able to manage on their own. But did you know that humans were never meant to do life entirely solo? Strength has always included the ability to be supported. Another layer of the paradox is comparison. Constant exposure to curated lives can create the illusion that everyone else is more connected, more fulfilled, more understood. When people compare their internal experience to others' external presentations, loneliness deepens. It becomes easier to believe that something is wrong with you, rather than recognizing that many others feel the same quiet disconnect. Yet loneliness is not a personal flaw. It's a signal. Like hunger or fatigue, it points to a need. The need for real connection. The need to be seen as you are, not as you perform. The need for spaces where honesty is safe and presence is mutual. Loneliness does not mean you lack people. It often means you lack resonance. Resolving the loneliness paradox doesn't require more social activity. It requires a different kind of connection. Fewer conversations where everyone stays guarded. More moments where someone speaks honestly, listens fully, or allows silence without discomfort. Depth matters more than volume. This begins internally. Many people feel lonely because they've learned to disconnect from themselves. They ignore their own emotions, minimize their needs, or rush past discomfort. Reconnecting with others often starts with self-connection, acknowledging what you feel, what you need, what matters to you. When you're honest with yourself, it becomes easier to be honest with others. Loneliness also softens when expectations change. No single person or group can meet every emotional need. Community is built over time through consistency and shared experience. Small moments of genuine connection, a meaningful conversation, a shared struggle, a quiet understanding, they all accumulate. They matter more than dramatic gestures. When experiencing loneliness, it's important to know that you're responding to a world that often moves fast and connects superficially. Wanting depth is not a weakness, it's a sign of emotional awareness. The loneliness paradox will not be solved by more noise. It's eased by presence, by honesty, by choosing depth over distraction, even when it feels vulnerable. In doing so, connections slowly become real again, not louder, but truer. Gratitude is one of the simplest truths we can practice. Yet it's the one we often forget when life gets hard. We get so focused on what's missing that we lose sight of what's already here, the quiet blessings that surround us every single day. It's easy to be thankful when everything feels right, when the sun is shining, when things are going our way, when life feels light and effortless. But real gratitude begins when nothing seems to be working, when plans fall apart, when you feel lost, overlooked, or uncertain about what comes next. That's when gratitude becomes a choice, not a reaction. Because gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about seeing clearly that even in pain, there is something meaningful. That even in the waiting, there is growth happening beneath the surface. Gratitude teaches you to stop chasing someday and start noticing today. We all go through seasons when we want more. More success, freedom, love, peace. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ambition is a beautiful thing. But when you forget to appreciate what you already have, even your greatest achievements will feel empty. Gratitude doesn't kill drive, it fuels it. It reminds you that the journey itself is a gift. Think about the moments that shaped you the most. The ones that broke you open, that tested you, that forced you to look at yourself differently. At the time, they felt unfair. But looking back now, they taught you strength. They taught you patience and empathy. Those lessons were hidden blessings, and gratitude helps you see that. It's easy to overlook the ordinary things that hold your life together. The roof over your head, the people who show up, the breath in your lungs, the simple moments of laughter, quiet, or comfort. We rush past them, always reaching for the next thing. But when you slow down long enough to appreciate them, life begins to shift. Gratitude changes how you see everything. It doesn't erase struggle, but it gives struggle purpose. It doesn't deny pain, but it softens it. It doesn't make life easier, but it makes life richer. When you practice gratitude, you stop waiting for happiness to arrive. You realize it's already here, tucked into small moments that rarely make noise. The more you notice them, the more they multiply. Gratitude expands what you focus on. It turns scarcity into abundance, chaos into clarity, and frustration into perspective. Some of the happiest people aren't those who have the most. They're the ones who appreciate the most. They look at what they have and see possibility instead of limitation. They see lessons where others see loss. They see beauty where others see nothing at all. Gratitude doesn't need grand gestures. It's found in stillness, in awareness, in remembering that every day you wake up is another chance to grow, to give, to love, and to begin again. So when life feels heavy, when things aren't unfolding the way you had hoped, pause, take a breath, look around. Somewhere in the middle of all of this is something to be thankful for. Not because everything is perfect, but because despite everything, you're still here. You're still learning. You're still becoming. And that alone is reason enough to be grateful. Sometimes stepping away isn't a sign that you've quit. It's a sign that you finally listened to what your mind and body were trying to tell you. And that's why I'm here today, because I needed that break too. It's been a while, and before I get into anything else, I want to say thank you. Thank you for staying connected. Thank you for being patient. And thank you for being a part of this community. I took a break, not because I stopped caring, not because my fire went out, but because sometimes life whispers to you, slow down, breathe, and reset. And if you ignore that whisper long enough, it becomes a shout. For me, the past few months were a reminder that even coaches, leaders, parents, athletes, all of us, we're all human. We push, we grind, We give so much of ourselves to the world that we forget the simple truth. Rest is not the enemy of progress. Rest fuels it. Taking a break doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you've lost your passion. Sometimes a break is exactly what you need so you can come back with clarity, energy, and purpose. During my time away, I looked at my life, my routines, my goals. I asked myself some hard questions. I sat with the parts of me that were tired, and I realized something. The break didn't weaken me. It strengthened me. It reminded me why I started this journey in the first place. And I know many of you have been there too. Maybe you've had to take a break. Maybe you stepped back from your dreams for just a little while. Maybe life got loud. Maybe you got hurt or overwhelmed or stretched too thin. But here's the message I want you to hear today. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to regroup, and you're allowed to return stronger than before. Breaks are not the end of the story. They're a chapter where you gather the strength to turn the page. And now I'm back. Not to be perfect, not to pretend everything is always smooth or easy, but to keep showing up with honesty, with heart, and with a message that hopefully meets you where you're at. Because that's what this channel is about. Growth, mindset, perspective, learning to navigate the ups and downs of life with courage and resilience. And if I'm going to talk about those things, I have to live them too. So if you've taken a break, if you're in that space right now, if you're wondering when your spark will come back, listen to me. It will. And when it does, you won't be starting over. You'll be starting from experience, from clarity, from strength you didn't even know you were building. So here's my promise. I'm back, and I'm committed to bringing you content that lifts you, challenges you, and reminds you of who you can become. If there's something you stepped away from, something you want to restart, something you know is still in your heart, take one step, just one. Your comeback can begin right now. Thanks for being here. Let's get moving again, together. We all want big results. We dream of achieving more, being better, getting ahead. But we all think they have to come through big breakthroughs or overnight success. And that's just not true. The real secret to success is in the small wins, the little victories, the little changes that we make that effectively over time create the results we want. This is called micro efficiencies. Think of it like this. If you improve just 1% every day, in the beginning, you're not going to notice anything, but over time, those little changes create the results you want. Micro efficiencies are the small, repeatable actions that make life smoother, increase your energy, and bring results. These don't take a lot of time. In fact, just a few minutes a day can impact you and make the transformations you want. Here's what micro efficiencies actually look like. They are setting your clothes out the night before to save you 10 minutes in the morning. They're having a water bottle on your desk that keeps you hydrated. It's using the calendar in your phone to block off 30 minutes a day so that you can focus on something that's important to you. Now, these small, tiny habits may not be life-changing on their own, but stack them together and your life starts to transform. Your mindset shifts, you waste less time, you're more organized, and all of this starts to build your confidence one decision at a time. Our world pushes the model of go big or go home. Social media is filled with instant results, big wins, people transforming their lives in 30 days. But that's not realistic for most people. Most people are juggling jobs, kids, stress. They have more things on their plate than they know how to handle. That's why micro efficiencies matter so much. They're the tiny little steps. They don't take a lot of time, but they will transform you. But you need intention. So start small. Do tasks that only take a couple of minutes, like cleaning out one drawer or one area of your room, replying to one email, going for a short break outside. All of these little things are going to start to move you in the right direction. And once you start stacking wins, your brain starts to trust you. You start to feel better. Momentum starts to pick up. And if you do get off track, you know that you can get back on quickly by making the little changes again. And look, some days you're going to be off. Some days you're going to miss the workout. You're going to forget to do certain tasks, and that's okay. Micro efficiencies isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Choose progress, always. If you want to change your life, don't think about massive overhaul. Start with the small, little intentional decisions. It's one routine that saves you 10 minutes a day. It's one healthy meal that replaces your usual diet. It's 30 minutes of stillness instead of 30 minutes of scrolling. This is how habits are built. This is how confidence is earned, with tiny steps repeated daily. Because when you do the little things right, the big things take care of themselves. No truer words have ever been spoken, and that's this: no one's coming to save you. Not the perfect mentor, not the right moment, not the dream opportunity that lands in your lap. There are no shortcuts, no magic button, no person riding in to rescue you from your pain, your past, or your patterns. And that might sound harsh, even a little cold, but it's not meant to discourage you. It's meant to wake you up. Because once you accept that no one is coming to save you, you take all your power back. You stop waiting, you stop blaming, you stop outsourcing your life to circumstances, to people, or to luck. You stop sitting in the passenger seat and instead, you grab the wheel. See, the idea that someone else is going to fix it for you, that's a lie. Truth is, it's on you. It's on you to change. It's on you to heal. It's on you to rise. But that shouldn't be viewed as a burden. That's freedom. Because if it's on you, then you're not stuck. You're not trapped. You're not waiting anymore. You can move. You can act. You can shift your entire life starting today. Not because someone gave you permission, but because you decided to stop waiting. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it will stretch you and break you and ask more from you than you thought you had to give. But you have everything you need to start. You don't need to be saved. You need to be activated. You need to believe in your own ability to change. You need to look in the mirror and say, no one's coming to do this for me, but I've got me, and that's enough. You are aware that every success story started with someone deciding they were done waiting. They stopped expecting life to make it easier. They stopped hoping someone would discover them, fix them, or take the weight off. They said, I'll carry it. I'll figure it out. I'll become who I need. And you can too. Start small. Start messy. Start unsure, but start. Because action beats hope every single time. Don't wait for motivation. Build discipline. Don't wait for applause. Get to work. Don't wait to feel ready. Ready is a myth. Just go. And yes, you'll have setbacks. You'll get tired. You'll want to quit. But you won't, because deep down, something in you knows no one's coming. And that's the best news ever. Because if you're the one who builds it, no one can take it away. If you're the one who climbs, every step is earned. And if you're the one who saves yourself, you'll never have to fear falling again. You'll know how to rise. You'll know how to rebuild. You'll know the strength was in you the whole time. So stop looking for a hero and be the hero. Be the one who decides you're not waiting anymore. You don't need a rescue, you need a reason, a plan, a decision. No one's coming to save you, but guess what? You're already strong enough to save yourself. And that's the beginning of everything.